Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is David DeBryan. I am the host for this podcast, Midwest Dad Squad. For those of you that are watching, which we have no one watching right now, alongside I have my co-host from Kimball, South Dakota. Guys, give it up for Eric Gold.
Guys or guy?
Guy. Guy.
Yes, we're short a guy.
Yes, we are. He decided to play hooky tonight, last minute.
No. He's playing hockey.
Play hockey. Sorry. Classic mix-up. Play hockey, not hooky.
Hockey. And now that we actually have frozen ground.
About 45 minutes early. He's like, oh, yeah, by the way, my kid's got hockey.
I'll bet his kids don't have hockey.
Nah, he's probably just sick of us.
Do you blame him?
No, not at all.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Oh,
you know what I mean? What?
Oh, I was gonna say, well, for those of you, that, just the one person that's watching, I'm guessing it's Mel. Hey, Mel. But what we got for a topic tonight, we were kind of bouncing off of one another, trying to think what we should do for a topic. And Eric had a really good topic. I'm not gonna lie. It's 8 advices that we give as dads or as parents.
I want to talk about nail clippers.
Is that because you're clipping your nails right now?
No, I'm not clipping my nails. But you ever have an issue like you can never find enough nail clippers in the house, and like the ones that you find like just don't cut your nails because they're
it's like these cut my hair, I guess.
Yeah. Like it's dad issues. That's what we go through. Dad issues. No, back to the topics. What do you got cooking out, or what's going on?
Well, like I said, we have 8 pieces of advice from dads. Eric, you said something about you have a list of questions that you're going to ask. Like we'll ask one another, then we're kind of going to answer and bounce off one another. And I guess there's no right or wrong answer unless Drew's on here. Then
they're all right answers for me. No, since obviously since I'm out here, not at my home station, I sent you the text. Hopefully you can read it off of your message. I am running off my phone, so we'll have you send actually it's in the group chat in the text. Struggling there, aren't you? Yep. A little bit of a struggle.
Well, so I see what you said. You said it's like the 8 pieces of life advice from dads.
Yeah, exactly. So we say that, which everybody knows, 8 pieces of advice that dads can give their kids, and you're like, oh, well, number 1 is blah 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 blah, and then we talk about that. Then we can go to the next one.
Okay, like I said, I'm just looking at these dots here. Well, it says like leave some wiggle room.
Yeah.
So like learn what you love. Start with that, I guess.
No, you start at the top. There's a top one. What does the top one say?
Am I looking at the wrong thing here?
No. Is that yep, what's the top one say?
Top one says learn what you love. Dad said learn everything you can about what you love.
Learn what you love. Okay. So as for example, like my kid Lucy loves the guitar, so she's learning. So my advice is, if you love it, if you love doing it, continue to learn to make yourself better at it. Like that is something, obviously your child is not old enough.
Yep.
He's almost 2. So there's gonna be something that he's gonna love when he gets to that stage. So you need to help him learn as much as he can about that, right? That's how I take it. I don't know if maybe you take it a different way, but like I think if your kids love something, they have to keep learning about it. Like
just to correct you, Eric, my kid is 2.
Oh well,
turned 2 in January.
It's okay. I don't get invited to birthday parties anymore. So actually, I didn't even get invited to the big one. So I'm a little disappointed there. But next topic. But
I think I did invite you. You might have had plans or something.
No, I think you guys did it at somewhere you guys could only have like 2 people, so it was like mom and dad kind of a thing. Yep.
Yeah, it was a Washington Pavilion. They only allowed us to have like 20 people.
Yeah, and I was number 21.
Yeah.
No, but like, if your kids are passionate about it, if they're loving it so much, why would you stop them from doing it?
Right.
Like, I mean, I think that builds character in a kid, right? I mean, like, and it's just like, what's something that you love? You love sports, right?
Hmm.
Do you ever stop learning about sports or the players, or you love the Kelsey brothers, so you're always learning what their next promotional item is? I mean, it went from the beer, the cereal, I think the only thing you haven't tried of their products is the cereal. You tried their energy drinks,
Yeah.
you tried their garage beers.
The garage beers are freaking amazing, man.
Now you just got to go get the cereal.
I
Well, I know
do.
it's
And
like $30, but
no, honestly, so I saw it in Hy-Vee the other day. It's $3.99. It's not $13. So I don't know what my wife was looking on online, but it's $3.99.
so I think your wife was like, "Whoa, whoa!" I think she lied to you. She didn't want you to fall into that. Like, oh, now we have a case of the Kelsey mix. Like, I think that's what it is. But I mean, it's the same thing. It's like, what does your wife love so much that she has to continue to learn about? Like, I mean, you can't push your kid to something, not like push, literally push, but like you can't steer your kid towards something that they have no care in the world. They don't love it. They don't like it. They don't want to learn about it. Like
Mhm.
I mean, I would never force my kids to do something that I want them to be successful at. Like Lucy, for instance, the other day we're driving in the car and I was like, you don't want to play any sports, do you? And she's like, no, I just
Yeah.
want to do music. That I'm cool with that because I
She's
don't like
extremely
sports.
talented. Like,
Like, but with a guitar, like for her to not have guitar lessons, to be gifted a guitar and then just like read YouTube stuff and then like she's going like, cool, good for you.
it's
You lo-
crazy. It's crazy what you learn, like from just watching YouTube on that stuff.
Self-taught, like
Yeah.
that's awesome.
And I've seen your Snapchats of her playing. Like she's starting to like really learn those key, like those notes and everything. It's really cool to see.
Yeah, and then she got another guitar for Christmas, so it's like she loves her guitar. That like we bought her a guitar and she got one for free from the grandpa,
Mhm.
and that's the one that she loves. The one that she loves the most is the one that she got for free. It's crazy. There's so much sentimental value to it. It's like she adapted to it so good. And she's like, you know what? This is so cool. This is crazy. So
Is it
yeah.
an acoustic guitar, like one acoustic and one electric, or?
No, they're both electric.
Oh, okay.
They're both electric. But like I could have her come in here and I'd be like, hey, play some Nirvana, and she just like whip it out. Like
That's
that's so cool.
awesome.
Yeah. I tell her to play the Jaws theme song, and then like she's playing the Jaws theme song. Yeah. We can't do that in the house because Mel gets she has an anxiety attack and a panic attack, and then she runs through the house swinging pots and pans. And
Where's Jaws? Where's Jaws? Where's the?
yeah. And so no, I mean, as your kids grow older, you want to make sure that like the old saying goes, if you enjoy what you're doing, you'll never work a day in your life. It's the same concept for kids,
Yeah.
Same concept.
Yeah,
What do
it's hard. Like, I don't really know what my kid loves just because he's so young yet. I mean, he loves Miss Rachel. Like we've talked about this many
Yeah.
times on here. He loves Tarzan. Tarzan is like his new favorite thing. He just I don't know what it is. If it's just like the colors that's in the show, like a bunch of bright colors and all that
Yeah.
stuff. Gorillas. I don't know. I'm still learning about him, and I don't know. Maybe with his diagnosis and stuff, like maybe it's gonna be hard for us to know like what he likes. But the kid, I don't know.
I think he's still at that age. Like he's got with his diagnosis or not with the diagnosis, I think he's got so much going on. Like he loves everything right now. He loves Elmo. He loves Tarzan. He loves
Mhm.
Miss Rachel. So he's trying to learn everything that he can. He's trying to take it all in. Kids are a sponge, and whatever you put in front of them, if they love it, they'll learn about it. If they don't, like I'm pretty sure your kid goes to mom more than he goes to dad. So
Oh yeah,
he loves mom.
yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
He
But
falls
yeah,
all over.
I mean, what if they don't love it, but they're going to put it aside? And why would you? I mean, it's like vegetables as a kid. Like if you don't love eating it, you're gonna put it to the side. You
Yep.
don't want to touch it. You don't want nothing to do with it. So give it time, give it another year. From what he likes today to what he likes in a year is gonna be night and day difference. And then 5 years down the road, I mean, like
Right.
I don't know how many miles I put on a vehicle one time. I chased from Sioux Falls all the way to Pierre, South Dakota, looking for a Minnie Mouse doll when Lucille was growing up. I found them. She had the collection of them, and then she grew out of that, and then she went into I don't even remember. Like she just kept on going into different stages. She was into PJ Masks. She was into Mickey and Minnie Mouse. She grew out of stages. And that your kid's going to do that as he grows.
Yeah.
And then when they get to a certain point, just like you as a kid, like in fifth grade, when you're like, shoot, I can play fifth grade basketball. I love this stuff. And then you just start learning drills, and it takes off. The older they get, the more they're going to learn, the more that they're going to love, the more they're going to love to learn.
Yep. Yeah, it's crazy. Like it's like I said, he has that OT every day. He has speech therapy, not every day, but he has OT most of the time. And it's just crazy how much that kid learns every single day. And no wonder why he's exhausted by 6 o'clock at night, just because that kid is constantly learning things.
Yeah, as long as your kid never says "Go Pack Go," the kid's gonna be awesome. He'll be awesome.
he'll be saying that. I don't know. I can't stop him from being a Vikings fan. It's probably gonna happen more than likely. Yeah. I can't stop him.
That's funny.
I guess I've got to let him decide that on his own.
Yeah, he'll figure out. I mean, who knows? Maybe he'll like a
whole different team.
The Houston Texans or something, or the Cleveland Browns or Baltimore Ravens or something.
I'd be fine with the Texans. I mean, a lot of those players came from Ohio State.
Yeah,
I like them.
And so, yeah, I mean that's that. I guess that's how I take the love to learn, or
yeah,
learn what you love or love what you learn. So I don't know if you got any more input on that. I mean, if not, I'm ready to see what else we got for advice.
Okay. No, I'm good with that. Let's see here.
You just got to read down the list. I mean,
well, it says leave some wiggle room for that second one. It's like
leave some wiggle room. You ever build anything before?
No.
So this is going to kind of fall back to the first one. So, and leave some wiggle room for anything that you do. Anything that you do. Your finances, leave some wiggle room. If you're budgeting, leave some wiggle room. Like set some more money aside so you have a little bit of, if you're building a dollhouse or you're building a tree fort, leave a little bit of wiggle room for expansion, because when boards or when wood absorbs water, it swells up, so it gets bigger. When it dries out, it gets smaller. Mm-hmm. So if you leave a little bit of wiggle room, it gives room for growth. Does that make sense?
Kind of, yeah.
So if you're going to the gas station and you're like, do you know what? I'm only going to put $20 in fuel in. Put $25 in. Yeah. You got a little bit of wiggle room. That's me. I'm the $20 gas station guy. I don't know why it is. I'd rather fill up 100 times at $20 rather than one time at $2,000.
Yeah.
It costs the same, but at the same time, it's just, I don't know. I hate sitting at the pump waiting for it to fill up.
Well, the one thing that's nice about yours and my truck is that we fill up super cheap. I mean,
sometimes
$35, $40. I mean, we're filling up our tanks.
Yeah. So where else would you leave wiggle room? And this isn't, you shouldn't know this answer. There's no wrong answer. There's no right answer. It's just, I want your opinion on where would you leave some wiggle room so you could tell your kid as your kid gets older and be like, hey, this is leave some wiggle room. He's like, well, Dad, what does that mean? And then you can sit down, grab him by the shoulders, sit him down and say, this is what I mean by that.
Maybe not grab him by the shoulders. He
Well.
might be able to beat me up. But
But yeah, I want to know what do you think about leaving? Where does that mean to leave a little bit of wiggle room?
I would say, like, when you want to buy a house, at least some wiggle room, enough room for you to put a down payment down, but enough, if you need to have extra expenses, if you need to work on anything, if something with the basement happens to go wrong, or if you have an appliance that goes out or something like that, leave a little bit of wiggle room so you're not fishing for money. You're trying to come up with the expenses or the finances to try to pay it off.
Exactly. So if you go out to lunch and you're like, you know what, I'm only hungry for one piece of pizza. No?
I'll have 5.
Well, no, just buy a whole pizza because you got that little wiggle room because you can kind of snack on that. You got dinner or whatever. But yeah, just leave a little bit of wiggle room, and no matter what you do, it's kind of like, I would say, in other words, of like an emergency fund is what that is, right?
Yep.
I don't know. Maybe our viewer could tell me that I'm wrong.
Well, we had another viewer, but then they left, so it was within like seconds.
Oh, gotcha. They didn't like our topics for the night.
Maybe not. No, it's probably Roy, hater.
Yeah. I guess a little bit of wiggle room. I don't know where else. Like, I mean, the main thing I think about is financial stuff,
Yeah.
So,
I don't know. That topic is, it's short and sweet to the point. I think, like, you got to say what you got to say, leave some wiggle room, and I don't know, there's not a whole lot to that one.
maybe if you have, like, don't do everything to 100%. I mean, you can always get better. So if you do everything at 100%, you're going to wear out and you're not going to want to do it the next day. So leave a little bit of wiggle room. Only do 85%. Only do 80% of it. Don't go 100% right away. Like, gradually climb up. So you got a little bit of wiggle room so you can leave room for improvement.
Yeah. I'm trying to get a raise, so I'm trying to do 100%.
Well, but if you do 100% on day one, what are you going to do on day 2?
Like 60.
Yeah, and then and then what? And then you got to go back up. So start small, go big, leave that wiggle room.
Melissa had a good comment there. Like, you were on the right path. Think about careers being open to possibilities. What could happen with a career? It's like you said. A raise could happen. You could step up. Get a management position. Just kind of gradually work your way up. And like you said, just don't go 100% or 100 miles an hour at first. Just kind of do what you got to do. And if you do a good job, you just don't what's the word I'm looking for? Overdo it.
Yeah, no, never overdo it. Leave some wiggle room for tomorrow.
Yeah, you don't want to burn yourself out. That makes sense.
Yes. Number 3.
You have options.
I have options? What do you mean by that?
That's so you have options. For advice wise, I guess you have options on what you can do.
So advice.
You can either listen to somebody that's trying to give it to you, or just listen to yourself. However, I guess it depends on how you take advice. If you listen to people, great. If you don't, well, I guess you're going to listen to yourself then.
So start off by in the morning. You get up at 6 a.m. You have options. You have options either to get up or lay in bed. Yeah. Once you get up, your option is, how are you going to tackle the day? You going to go to the gym? Are you going to do, are you going to get up and watch TV? That's your option. Get up and work out. Or clearly, obviously, if you're telling your kid this, you want to keep reminding him, like, hey, you're 8 years old, you ain't going to the gym, doing a couple push-ups, a couple sit-ups or something. Eat your breakfast. That's a great option. Yep. That's probably the best option that you could do, is like not eat breakfast or eat breakfast. When it comes to Lucy rather sleep than eat breakfast. That's her option. But and then it's like, as you get older, you're opening yourself to more options. It's, you go to work, or do you go to study, or what do you do there? Eating options for lunchtime. Do you want to go to McDonald's drive-thru, Or do you want to take leftovers, or maybe your job or something has a kitchen you could cook something healthy? Do you want to eat a candy bar? Do you want to eat an apple? Like, do you want to bike to work, or do you want to drive to work if you live within a certain distance? It's like you have options on everything that you do.
Right. And those options too, like not only like when you start them when you're a child, those options, those things that you get into a regular routine that follows you into your adulthood too. And then you just do the same thing every time.
You know what? I absolutely love that word, routine. You are training, your options will guide you through a routine. So if you keep getting up every single day, making your bed, and then you like your routine is you wake up at 6, you shut the alarm off, you make your bed, you take a shower, maybe you go work out, maybe you go eat breakfast, like your routine, you keep doing that and it turns into a habit, turns into a routine. So yeah, absolutely.
Well, it becomes a routine if your alarm clock goes off, because then your wife's like, shut the damn thing off.
Yes,
I
exactly.
tend to get mad when you get up at 4:40. I tell you what, I got up this morning at 4:40 and I really did not want to go to the gym. I was like, I'm so tired. I don't want to go. And I was like, nope, if you don't, you're going to feel like crap if you don't. So I did. I was glad I did, but
Yeah, that was your option. Your option. You have options to get up or go, or go back to bed. That was a great option to go to the gym.
yep, now I'm paying for it because 9 o'clock hits around and I'm like, oh, tired already.
There was one time I chose to wake up at like 2 o'clock in the morning for some stupid reason. That's what time I started the day.
Yeah,
Like,
that's a long day.
and I did not go to bed until 11:30 the next day. I was awake for like 20 some hours. It was just like you said, it's tough, but that was my option. My
Yep.
option, like, yeah, it was crazy, but
Options have consequences. You don't sleep, you're very, very tired the next day.
yes, yes. Um, advice number 4.
Number 4. 1, 2, 3. Wait. 1, 2. Oh, okay. Don't let fear guide you.
Don't let fear guide you. So, what scares you because it's fearful, don't let that guide you. Like they always say, the grass is greener on the other side.
Yep.
I don't believe in that. I'm always scared to, if I do stop what I'm doing, if I stop selling cars, I'm feared or I'm fearful of what's going to be the next page.
Mhm.
So, but at the same time, that next page might be something totally different that I succeed so much better than what I'm doing now. So don't let the fear guide you. Don't what scare you stop you.
Don't let it determine your future.
Yeah. So how do you take that advice? What advice would you give to your kid if he was, say, 9 or 10 years old? So he's at the stage of understanding what fear is, what guidance is. How would you explain that to your son?
I would just be like, look, like if you let fear take over what you want to do with your life, like you can't let that dictate your life. I mean, you can't be afraid of failing because that's just what makes us human. You're gonna fail at things. Don't let that take away from what you want to do with your life. If there's something that you want to do for sports wise, or if you want to, like I said, if you want to play the guitar, want to be in music, don't let the fear of not being good at the guitar, or not being good at a sport, or not being tall enough, not being fast enough, don't let that stop from what you love. Go get it. There was a saying from the broadcaster when J.K. Dobbins, he was an Ohio State running back for Ohio State for the 3 years, phenomenal guy, and the announcer used to be like, J.K. Dobbins, go get it and come back with it. And so, like, that motto is like, go get it, come back with it. Like, it means like, go after your goals, go after your dreams, and then come back with, success.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, don't let fear stop you or guide you to not doing or being successful or being fully successful. I don't know, maybe I'm going too far with that, but yeah, right?
With mine, my fear is I would love to someday get back into that financial advisor position just because I know they invested a bunch of money into me. I just am such a terrible test taker. So my fear is not being able to pass the test. I know a lot of people out there be like, "Oh, it's just health insurance and life insurance. It's so easy." It's a lot. Some people learn differently, and I've always struggled with studying and all that stuff. I mean, yeah, I mean, it would be cool to get into that someday again, just to say that I did it. But fear, fear of not passing.
Yeah, no, I get it. Yeah, I mean, telling Lucy that same thing is, whatever she's fearful of, don't let that guide her in the wrong direction. If she, it's, it was actually kind of funny. This was probably 3 months ago. I took her to her at her school, and she's like, "Look at this, Dad!" On the wall, she had all of her art, and then she had this sheet of paper that her and her couple of friends made that said, "Come join our band." So it's like she wanted to start a band, and she's in the 5th grade. Like she wanted drums, she wants a guitar, like, but I don't know, something like she kind of stepped back from it, and maybe it was the fear that guided her. I don't know, that guided her to stop doing it. I don't know, but it's just one of those things that she loves it, so she's got to continue to learn to do it.
I mean, she could become like the next Avril Lavigne. I mean,
Let's not go that far.
she's talented.
Yeah, she is, but I am pretty sure she smoked a lot of pot.
Well, I'm not saying like that wise, but
what do we got for the next bullet of advice?
so we wear layers. Wear layers.
Wear layers.
Uh,
So I would take that as wear layers. I mean, it's a perfect example for today. Tomorrow's supposed to be -12.
oh, like
Where-
actually, like where? Okay.
No,
I
no,
thought-
no. I'm pretty sure it's not. That's what it means. But this is how you can take it.
Right. Yeah.
Is
That's what I was trying to understand. Like, how do I?
wear layers. I mean, you got layers that you can take off. So if you're going to go outside and you're going to do outside activity, wear layers so you can be comfortable in your surroundings, whether it's outside in the cold, your work environment, your family environment, your friends environment. Like Lucy does a very, very good job. She's very non-judgmental. She has no care, or I shouldn't say she doesn't have any care. She cares about people as a human being. She's like, she doesn't care if this person is this way or that way or whatever. She wears multiple layers, and she can peel that layer off if she needs to go hang out with this kid because this kid believes in this stuff. She could pull a layer off or put a layer back on because she wants to go hang out with another friend that does whatever.
Yeah. No. I mean, I think that's like what the most thing that kind of scares me too. With wearing the layers and everything like that. Like kids these days, like everybody cares so much about politics, and
Not me. I could care less.
I don't either. I said what, but it's the fact that like with the whole layer thing, you kind of have to be careful with who you choose for your friend too. Like who you hang, because not really careful who you hang out with, but there's so many opinionated people out there, and it's just like you can't even state like how you feel about something without offending somebody, and it's just.
So
I think that's what scares me the most about with wear layers. Be like you said, careful around your surroundings. Be mindful of that. It sucks it's that way, but.
yeah, so the definition of wearing layers would be adapt to your surroundings like camouflage yourself.
Hmm.
You don't want to show up to a Super Bowl party and you're wearing a jersey that doesn't even match anything because you're going to stand out like no matter what. So you kind of want to wear the layers to fit in, you know, like yeah, you can wear that Vikings jersey to
No.
the yes, to the Super Bowl party, but at the same time that layer that you might be able to put on or take off is you might be able to know, you might know a little bit about Travis Kelce and how good his stats are, or who's the Jalen Hurts for the Eagles, I think.
Yep.
So you know a little bit about each team. So that's your layer system right there. Is even though you're a Vikings fan, you still paid attention enough to Patrick Mahomes or Pacheco or Jalen Hurts or Barkley, or you know, there's different layers in every situation. So being knowledgeable would be my definition, or you know, wearing layers.
Yeah. And I'm really proud of you. You said Pacheco's name almost right. When you first announced his name, you were completely off.
Pacheco, Pikachu,
Pikachu. That's
Pikachu. So
no, I think you're absolutely right on that. Like I said, sorry, I
You're
was
good.
struggling really bad to try to figure out how to define that because
yeah, don't wear two pairs of socks and take one off, and no. It's just adapt to your surroundings, and you know, be careful what you say around too. Like you said, you know, it's just you're wearing layers to not only protect yourself but protect the people around you.
right, and it's sad that's what this world's coming to,
It's
but
crazy.
it really scares the crap out of me for the future. It's like it's like you can't talk about anything anymore, and
So,
I don't
so
know.
do you think we could talk about Drew because he's not on here?
Probably. I mean, I would think that that's definitely wearing a layer.
All right, what do we got for the next bullet?
All right, so we got use your headlights.
You know, that's a good one. I don't even know what that means. Like, if you're going to drive at night, use your headlights,
Well,
or
doesn't it kind of factor into the other topic that we talked about with the layers? Like use your headlights, so use your sources. You know, ask like your peer, or ask like your I don't know, like ask like your managers at work, or people that you look up to that you can use resources on, and that's what that means. Like use your headlights, use your resources,
or
or use
let's
your mind.
yeah, exactly. So
Use your head.
let's look at it this way. When do you what do you use your headlights for? Of course you use them at nighttime, but what do you use them for? So you can do what?
So I don't crash.
So you can see in the dark, right?
Yeah.
You turn your head. I mean, you could drive in the dark, but it helps you see more clearly. So
Yep.
if you use your headlights, which would be either your eyes or your brain, will help you see clearly and help you think clearly, is how I would take it. You don't want to be running your mouth on something you clearly don't know. Like, I don't talk politics and I definitely don't talk sports because I don't know what I'm talking about. So using my headlights would be to keep my mouth shut so I don't offend anybody, or somebody doesn't offend me because, I think it was Biden that did this, did that, and here it comes to find out that it was Trump. Now I have 17,000 Trump supporters upset with me, and they think I'm a total idiot because I'm not using my head and I didn't even pay any attention to anything.
Yep. No, I understand. Yep.
I mean, you can look at it either way. It's, use your headlights, use your peers to help guide you in the right path to success, or is it use your brain, use your eyes to help you think and see clearly?
Well, here's the thing on that too. You are entitled to your own opinion. That's how it should be, but it's not that way anymore.
It's not that
People
way.
judge you so much for what your opinion is. You can't even have an opinion anymore, and that's that's why you have to use your headlights, because literally people will just unfriend you just because of the stuff that you post.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And you know what? That's cool because that's one less birthday present I gotta buy.
Yeah, yeah.
One less Christmas gift.
And you know, you can use that term for like, you know, picking your friends too. You know, use your headlights, like, you know,
Yeah. Use your brain.
be
Make sure
mindful
you
of who your friends are.
exactly. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. What do we got for the next bullet?
Next one. So don't sweat the small stuff. It kind of goes back into learn what you love, doesn't it? To the first one.
Mm, how so?
Well, you know, or actually, no,
No,
maybe that.
no,
Maybe,
you're in the right path. Like, yeah. So
so like if you're worried, you know, like the things that you love, you know, but it kind of ties into the fear one too.
don't sweat the small stuff.
Yeah, like don't let the small things get to you. You know, focus
Yes.
on what the bigger picture is. You know, the steps that get in your way to getting towards that bigger picture, towards a goal or whatever it may be. You know, just, you know, there's going to be bumps in the road. You know, don't let that get in the way. Just kind of slide that aside and just keep moving.
So, for instance, Lucy's ripping on the guitar, you know, she messes up. Like, not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. Stop what you're doing, collect your thoughts, start all over. Don't
Yep.
sweat it.
Yep.
You're human. You're allowed to make mistakes. Everybody is human. You're allowed to make mistakes.
Yep.
You know what? If you're cooking some food for a friend, family member, a loved one, you mess it up, don't sweat it.
Yep.
Work around it, you know, cut something out or, you know, make a twist on it. Everything happens for a reason, whether it's good or bad.
Yep.
So yeah, just don't sweat the small stuff. Don't cry over spilt milk.
I can't.
Well, I mean,
I hate
it's
it.
different analogies that, you know, that are like, you know, don't sweat the small stuff.
Right.
Like, what else is there? You know, there's all kinds of stuff in there. You know what? If you're tying a shoe in the morning, you break a shoelace, and you got 3 pairs of the same shoes, the same style. Take that out. Take that shoelace. Don't sweat it. You got another one.
That's
Switch
why.
shoes.
That's why. Yes, slip-ons.
Yes, exactly. Yes, yes, yeah. Don't sweat the small stuff. All right. What is the next one?
I think that was 8 of them already, wasn't it?
There's no way.
I'm
No.
at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What? There's not an 8th one on there.
There is an 8th one. Go. I think I texted it after I sent that picture.
Oh, okay, yeah. So learn to forgive is the last one.
You know what? That is the best thing to be the very last one. Learn to forgive.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think I could say that enough. If your friends don't agree with you, forgive them. You know, like everybody's entitled to their own opinion.
Mhm.
Like, if somebody messes up, it's okay. We're all human. We mess up. We make mistakes. Forgive them. You know, if something happens, it happens for a reason.
Yeah.
Forgive it and move on with it. It's not a big deal. Like, once again, you don't cry over spilt milk. Don't sweat the small things.
Mhm.
Just, if somebody does you wrong, forgive them. You know, you see it a lot in murder trials. You know, it's a lot of people. Yes, they lose ones that are, you know, close and dearest to them, and you know they want forgiveness. You know, so they forgive that person even though what they did was bad. They still forgive them, and you know what? It helps with closure. You know, no matter what the situation is. You know, if somebody yells at you, forgive them. You know what? Maybe they got worked up for no reason.
Life's too short to hold a grudge for somebody who yelled at you 3 years ago.
Yeah. Exactly. Yep. If somebody does you wrong, forgive them. Move on. This, like you said, you know, this world is too small to to be crying over spilt milk, sweating the small stuff. Everything happens for a reason.
Yep.
Except there is one incident that you will never, ever forgive somebody.
What is that?
You want to hear this? I got into an argument, and I asked Mel I said, "Are you sure you want to get married?" And so she's trying to convince me that ricotta cheese goes in lasagna. I will never forgive her for that. No, it's cottage cheese goes in lasagna. Everybody knows that.
Mel, what is it?
It's cottage cheese. She's going to put in there, it's ricotta cheese. Yeah, it's ricotta cheese, and I will never forgive you. I will never forgive you. You know, it's why do we put ricotta cheese in lasagna?
You know what? Could you taste the difference though?
No. We haven't done it yet, but I will never forgive her for even mentioning that. Like,
I mean, she could put it in there and you would never notice a difference. What if?
oh no, David. I will know. I've ate cottage cheese and lasagna my entire life.
Ricotta all the way, baby.
No, it's like a paste. It's like you're in third grade and somebody gives you glue at school. You either have the squeeze glue or you have the paste glue where you put it on a popsicle stick and smear it.
Well, you can't eat the stick one or the stick one. You can only eat the
I know, exactly. Cottage cheese would be the squeezable glue. Ricotta cheese would be the paste. You don't eat ricotta cheese.
She said she's
Gross.
gonna mix them.
That would be a waste of beef or turkey, whatever you put in that lasagna. The spaghetti sauce, like, please don't ruin lasagna.
I don't know, Mel. I don't know.
I mean, but what is one thing I really want to know, because I think, or hopefully your wife sees this. What is one silly thing that you will never forgive her for?
Never forgive her for. Always throwing stuff away. Because like when she cleans the house, she always throws things away. And it seems like whenever you need something,
It's not there.
You have it set it on the counter and you're like, all right, I'm gonna do something with this. I know, like, I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna pick it up. I know exactly where it's at. House gets clean. Where is it?
Where is it? I know I had it.
Must have thrown it away. I don't know.
And then she's on the couch drinking her Starbucks, and she's like, "Oh, I know. I threw that away 2 weeks ago." You did what?
She's been pretty good with it lately, but yeah, that was like before she used to just throw a bunch of stuff away. It's like, no, stop doing that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it just, I mean, you can have fun and you can be pretty strict with the 8 topics we just talked about. So I think as kids slowly grow up, you don't want them to grow up fast. You just got to teach them life lessons and give them the best advice so they don't go down the wrong path. And it might be to the point where you give them so much advice that, they just get sick of it and they do go down the wrong path. Hopefully it doesn't happen, though.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if I'm supposed to share this or not, but my new coworker, her daughter actually, she actually, I probably shouldn't mention that. Sorry, I'll tell you after that. It's not my fault to say that on live here, so sorry for that, guys. Had to check myself. Well, where's that topic here?
Yeah. So you know what? Kids will be kids.
But no matter. I had to put my headlights on. Sorry.
It's actually kind of funny because every time I talk to somebody at work, the one thing I ask, and it gives everybody a laugh, it doesn't matter if my clients are 80 years old, 30 years old, 50 years old, and they got kids. I always tell them, kids will be kids no matter their age. Your kid is 5 years old, your kid is 20 years old. They're always going to rely on mom and dad, mom or dad, mom and dad. I mean, that's what kids do. That's what kids do. your kid might be 35 years old and he's got all of his bills paid. Maybe he works in sales or something like that. And there's just one time that he needed an extra $100 to put food on the table. You know what? Here's $200.
Yep.
That's what kids do. They rely on mom and dad. And when mom and dad are not there, it's grandpa and grandma. So
Yep.
just one of those things. Kids will be kids no matter their age.
Yeah. Yep. And my kid's not there yet, but I'm sure he will.
Yeah, no, it's good luck. The older they get, the more of a pain in the ass they are. Uh, it's a lot of fun, but at the same time, it's a lot of hair pulling. So be strict, but don't be too strict.
Yep. Also
Right.
embarrass them when you drop them off for school.
Oh yes, that's the fun part. That's the fun part. Oh, so here's my new thing. Like I drop her off, and I drive south. She gets out on the right hand side, so she's got to walk across the street. Some people don't stop and they just go. Like I'll get out of my truck and I will stop traffic. And then I'll like crossing guard, like stop. Okay, come on, kid, come on. Like I mean, if I do it, so like I don't care if it's a parent or a kid. Like just stop, let
Yeah.
him cross the street. Takes 3 seconds. And then today I think it was a little embarrassing. Like this truck was coming. Like I got out in the middle of him. And I'm like, dude, stop. My kid's
Yeah.
gonna cross the street whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
You can wait 30 seconds.
Yep.
And it's just like, yeah, I mean, you want to get out and throw hands? So like, it's going to be embarrassing that my kid has to watch your kid cry because her dad beat because you didn't want to stop the truck,
Yeah.
Like it just
Why don't they have a safety patrol going on?
they do. It's on the corners of the street, just not where you drop your kid off. It's just
No.
it's common sense.
Yeah.
Pedestrians have the right of way. They're kids.
Yeah.
They're not always thinking they're running to go see friends and stuff like that. So just stop.
Yeah. And they should
But-
just put one of those like blinking yellow signs for like the school zone.
Yep.
That
Yeah, they
shows,
have
like,
it.
hey,
Yeah, they just don't have that to where drop off is. It's really crazy, but I don't know. Until Lucy stops going to school, I'll be that guy that'll stop traffic. I don't care.
But yeah, I mean, it's gonna happen. Like safety is important. One of these times, when these kids they're gonna get drilled by a car because they're not paying attention,
Yep. And
or the
I mean,
car's not paying attention.
yeah, the truck's drive, probably going 3 miles per hour. I'm still gonna stop you.
Yeah. Hold on.
Yep. So crazy.
Yeah.
Well, David, we hit our 8 topics. Pretty good episode. A little bit better now that Drew's not here.
Yeah. It's so much better.
Oh, is he going to be back next week, or are we just not going to let him back? Or
Right. He's gonna be playing hockey again. Sorry.
yeah, I bet he doesn't even know how to spell hockey. It's one of those West River things.
Probably spells it with a Y instead of an EY.
Yeah, or an IE, HOKKIE. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, that's good. That's good stuff. Yeah, so let's do something a little bit different.
Yeah.
Let's do some dad jokes. You ready for some?
Yeah. Let's go.
Yeah. I mean, we're gonna cut it a little bit short. We're gonna cut it a little bit short tonight.
That's fine.
So before we do that, the only reason why we're cutting it short, I'm out of dad juice.
Ooh, the Baja Blast. Those are the best.
This is probably the best dad juice you could ever get, besides Mellow Yellow.
You got to get the Baja Blast alcoholic drink. Oh my God, the Mountain Dew Baja Blast drink.
I heard it's pretty good,
Oh,
but
so-
I will drink Mountain Dew. It's got to be the Baja Blast, or it's got to be the Code Red. If not, my go-to dad juice is going to be the old Mellow Yellow. OG baby, Mellow Yellow.
I thought you were gonna say bourbon.
Well, I mean, it's got to be kid friendly, you know.
Oh,
So
maybe not, but
yes. All right. Well, you go first, and then I'll go first.
okay. Wait, I
No.
have it here.
Oh,
No.
all right. Did struggling to get on Google or what?
I had it pulled up here. Here, you go first.
All right. And I made this myself the other day. I thought it was funny. Lucy didn't find it so funny. What do Japanese people wear under their clothes?
Japanese?
Oh, no way! No way! I didn't think you were gonna get that. Yes, Japanese.
I was like, wait a second.
That's good stuff. Oh man, I thought of that in the truck going to where were we going? It must have been Friday. We were going to school. I was all hyped up, and yeah, I said that. And Lucy's like, "Dad, that's not even funny." I was like, "It's funny."
Shut up, kid.
Yeah. Oh, that's good stuff. I thought it was funny.
Yeah, no, I like that. I'm glad I could figure it out.
Japanese.
Oh, all right. You ready for mine? Mine's a little kid friendly.
Well, that's kid friendly too.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah.
Japanese. All right. What was the most popular kids movie in ancient Greece?
I have no idea on that one.
Troy Story. Troy's not really a kids movie, but
Yeah, I get it. Hey, David,
yeah,
would you rather eat a baby goat or a Mata baby?
a baby goat or a Mata baby?
What would you rather eat?
None.
No, you got to pick one. Would you rather eat a baby goat or a Mata baby?
Give me a Mata baby.
You're supposed to say, "What's the matter, baby?" I said, "Nothing. What's the matter with you, baby?"
What's the matter?
Yeah. What are you eating under there?
I'm not eating anything.
Oh, I thought you were eating something under there.
Nope.
Oh, okay. That's another dad joke. Because then you're supposed to say underwear. Then I go, "Oh my God, you're eating underwear."
Sorry, I didn't fall for it. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, all righty. Well.
What?
Oh, well, I got the fan crew in the living room listening to this, and it's like echoing. So what I say now, they hear it in like 3 seconds. So, yeah. But anyways, David, I really do appreciate the episode tonight. It was great getting the dad advice out of you. It's always nice to know or to even have secondary opinions. Like, of course, my opinion isn't always the right opinion, just like you. Like, what you think and what I think are two different things. So it's always nice to have a second outlook on life, or not really life, but advice for your kids. So no, really appreciate the episode. The jokes are pretty good tonight. So yeah.
Yeah, and I'm probably gonna delete you on Facebook after all these opinionated questions.
Oh, jeez. Oh, good stuff. All right, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to sign off a little bit early tonight. Tuck yourself in, drink that warm glass of milk, and get some shut-eye.
Yep, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Stay up for a little bit. I don't know.
Oh, no, it's bedtime for this guy.
Yeah, I'm feeling it.
All right, everybody.
All
Peace
right.
out. Have a good night.
Guys. Thanks for watching.